Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again. Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul. And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though. Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it's 2nd and 9. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they can't bring him down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On 1st and 10, Hartley. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. This defense for the Chiefs, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Hartley. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Hartley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw on 2nd down. Hartley. They'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Marcus Davenport. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And they work this out past the 25.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
On first down, Hartley. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play that time for the Titans. Our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hartley. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, Hartley. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team. Yeah,
we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on first down. Hartley. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Looking to throw on second down. Hartley. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Back to throw. Hartley. This is intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Caleb Farley there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores, Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the completion, this is Carey. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. On 1st and 10.
Hartley gets this quickly to Ingram.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. Gay's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Mahomes. On the slant, he's got Hardman. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On first down, Hartley. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally set.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make play.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finds his tight end Ingram. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Hartley. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. This is Carey. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hartley. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1. Just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Hartley. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, it looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. Looking to throw. Hartley.
That's taken in by Eskridge, complete.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going for the deep ball. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
From the 22, Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Oh, a nice grab by Valdez-Scantling.
And he's brought down.
But maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Completes it to Evan Ingram.
to their 30-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Hartley. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Flushed out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off the play fake. Hartley. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Drops it off for carry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on 1st down. Hartley. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw on second down. Hartley, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
A big play there for KC.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that will extend this big lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Titan, Tyrann Mathieu, with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
79 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Pollard again. And a nice spin into some open field. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw. Hartley. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Hartley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On now is the Titans punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return, and it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 56 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.